Hello, I'm Dr. Brandt Gibson. Tonight, I want to talk to you about the Jones fracture. So let me kind of give you an idea here. So one of the one of the big fractures that we see is a fracture that happens right at the base of the fifth metatarsal, which is this bone here, and that involves the joint between the fifth metatarsal and either the fourth metatarsal or the cuboid bone. And so when the fracture goes into that area, it's called a Jones fracture. That's kind of what it is. And what happens is that fracture goes into that area and it becomes a problem where you fracture it and the actually with the coming in this direction. It actually interferes with it and doesn't allow it to get the sufficient blood flow, the sufficient doesn't get enough blood to the area, enough nutrients to the area to actually allow it to heal. So because of that, it's a problematic fracture that is notorious for not healing. It's called the Jones fracture, and so it's something they look at. Now, what the Jones fracture is not. A Jones fracture is not just breaking off the styloid process, this little piece here. It is not an avulsion fracture, the little tip of that there. It is not a fracture in the other portions of the metatarsal either, because none of those have the same problem as far as reason why the fracture will happen is you got a tendon that attaches here and you actually sprain your ankle. So if you roll your ankle, you do something that way, you can actually sprain it and actually injure the bone in this area. Or if you twist your foot in a certain way and it causes it to just break or crack in that bone area there. So what can you do at home? If you have a Jones fracture, the truth is it probably shouldn't be treated at home. It isn't one of those fractures where you say, okay, I can just put myself in a boot. I can actually be careful. I can watch it and it should get better without any problems. The real answer to this is you want to be seen by a doctor. You want to be evaluated. You want to see how bad this fracture is. So you know how much more you need to do or what you need to do to treat it. So if you have a Jones fracture, or if you have a fracture or injury to that styloid process in that area, or is it a true Jones fracture and needs to be more aggressively treated, which may include even surgery in some cases, or a bone stimulator, or something to speed up the process or facilitate the process of bone healing. So if you have a fracture, or you might have a fracture in that area, I don't recommend you treat it at home. I recommend that you go be seen and you get it evaluated, and then hopefully because of that, you can actually do something that will allow it to recover more quickly and you get you back to normal. It's Dr. Brandt Gibson, and this is your Podiatry Tips, day 209, the Jones fracture. Thank you, and have a great rest of your night.